Hey, Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com and Sampson. I'm going to show you how I cut your lenses for your Ray-Ban, listen to me, I'm getting ahead of myself. Your Polo, what are you, Polo 2070? Of course, you get the Ralph Lauren box with this, SKU number on the back. Your case, your Polo cleaning cloth, which is one of the largest cleaning cloths out there, but you are getting this banging, of course, your Polo case that you can see here. Beautiful Polo 2070 color. Let me pop out the original demo lenses so I can get started, because we got 20 minutes to get everything done. I'm going to trace the shape of your frame, your Italian frame being cut in my Italian edger. This is a Santinelli LE1000. I'm having to go fast because I got 20 minutes to do everything, and I want to show you what your lenses look like dark. Now here for freeprescriptionlenses.com, everybody loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. You are getting an unbreakable, bulletproof, up to 22 caliber polycarbonate lens with both UVA and UVB protection. That is where I start. So this is your Polo frame, black with red. I went ahead and took the time to block up your lenses. You got the anti-glare coating as an add-on. So that is a hydrophobic coating, meaning it hates water. Just like when you wax your car and it rains, the rain beads right off. Water does that on this lens, making it slippery. So I'm going to put an extra little sticky pad on the back. I'm going to hit start. And the first thing that's going to happen is the LMU is going to come down and trace the shape of your frame onto the lens to make sure it is large enough to cut out, which it is. It is tracing the concave side of the lens first, which is closest to your eyelashes. And then it's going to scoot over and trace the convex side of the lens, which is away from your face. This is just a mundane routine operation. I can't override it. This is just what the machine does by itself. The actual cutting wheel is down here on the very bottom. It is the heavy grit sandpaper that is on the bottom. Well, it's like a heavy grit sandpaper. This wheel in the center with the channel is going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside your frame. This is going to get loud, Sampson, and I'll have to close the door so I can continue talking. I just want you to see the lens hit the cutting wheel. It's going very slow since this is the anti-glare coating. It cuts a little slower than normal. So it is now 8:36 on Monday, February 24th, 56 degrees in the hometown of Durham, North Carolina. Now this frame, this Polo frame, black with red on the inside, and it has a red rider. The same frame is available in a matte black. This is the shiny black with red. Available in a matte black with a silver rider. All of it also comes in a tortoise as well as a blue color. All of them have this hint of platinum in there. When you drop your head when you're looking at something, people will see that platinum plate in there. Beautiful, beautiful frame. Now, I start off kind of large. I can always cut it down to fit into the frame. I can never make the lens larger. So this process takes about 20 minutes. That's the cutoff point for YouTube videos. And I want to show you your lens turning from clear to dark. Now here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, this frame sells for $150 and you get free single vision lenses if you just need them for far away or up close. Of course, that is 99% of all prescriptions. If your prescription is extremely high, if you have a very high amount of astigmatism, you just pay my cost on the lens. I give away free lenses whenever you buy the frame, and I show you how I cut them. So the lens is almost done. If you notice, it's completely flat all the way around. In just a moment, it will put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. That is done. So now comes the bevel. It's going to be like a knife-like edge. And if you can see, here's a little optical sawdust still attached to the lens that I pulled off. It is creating some more. Of course, I'm going to do some more once it's all done. Sampson, I really appreciate you purchasing these from me. You could have bought them from anybody, but you bought them from the guy who's going to give you free prescription lenses. Man, you drive a hard bargain. How did I let you talk me into this? I can generally ship just about any prescription within 24 hours. If I need to order it, it might take me another 24 to 48, but you will find I'm fast. Every lens is cut here in America. These are US made by me and shipped. I will include an itemized receipt with your purchase so that if you have any unused vision insurance or flex dollars associated with health savings accounts, you can write this off on your taxes and any part of this purchase with your flex dollars and insurance. I will also be sending you instructions on how to care for your case and cleaning cloth so that it will last you for years. Hopefully you can see Polo Ralph Lauren on your cleaning cloth. Alright, so the right lens is done. Let's see if it'll fit. I just calibrated the machine, so there's a good chance of that. Now there's still a little bit of rough edges, so I'm going to use my hand stone, which works just on friction because this is completely flat. I can put my hand on it. It does get warm from the friction, but I can put my hand on it while it's turning. So I'm going to scrape off any more of that optical sawdust and dry your lens off so it's not slippery when I try and mount it into the frame. Now when I mount it, I start at the outside corner and then tuck it in at the nose. And actually this snaps in very well, so let's go to the left lens. Flip it over and do left and hit start. It's just going to trace the shape of your frame again. Tracing the concave side of the lens closest to your eyelashes and then the convex side. And while this is cutting, I want to go ahead and inspect your lens, your prescription. I'm going to take this block off. It is no longer needed. Dry off the underside moisture. I'm going to put a dot on your optical center. Pull this off. And I just want to verify your prescription. Hopefully no one can read your name, phone number, and email address on there. Let's do that. So the right eye has an axis of 95. It is minus a quarter, minus 1, which means you have a diopter of astigmatism. Measures minus 1 1/4. I just want to check the height of your optical center. I'm getting 18 millimeters and 28 millimeters there. We are good to go. Now let me check your left lens when that comes out. Pull the adhesive sticker off and get ready for the next one. Well, we got plenty of time, plenty of time. This is the Ray-Ban 2070 color 5001. Comes in a size 54. It's got spring hinges. Very high quality Ralph Lauren frame, made in Italy. Flip it over. Hopefully you can see the model number. Polo 2070 color 5001. 54 with a 16 millimeter bridge and a 135 temple length. All temple lengths start from the screw, no matter where the screw is at. From the screw back, this will measure 135 millimeters. Hopefully you can get that on there. Hopefully you can notice how the lens is still flat on the edges where it could almost stand up on its own like a nickel. Not anymore. Now comes the bevel, which is a knife-like edge. A dull knife, but a knife-like edge nonetheless. So Sampson in New York City. Hopefully this is entertaining, seeing your glasses being made. Look, a little sawdust, optical sawdust. I'm sure every place you've gotten your glasses at before has offered to let you watch while they make it. If not, you need to find a new place. But you know what, Sampson? I believe you have found the right place now. I provide itemized receipts for everything. I give you instructions on how to make your Italian leather polo case and cleaning cloth last you for years. Hopefully you can watch some of this through the door without water splashing everywhere. I can put any prescription into any frame. If anyone has any questions, email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. And we are done. I can just tell from the sound of the equipment when I know it's going to stop. I cut about 35 pair of glasses a day. I'm very intimate with this machine. So, let me dry this lens off so I don't drop it on live TV. Put the safety bevel onto the edge of the lens. Scrape off the swarf, which is the optical sawdust. And I do this so much, I've got a V-shaped bevel into my thumbnail. Alright, I start at the outside corner. Push it in at the nose. And actually, I think I need a little bit more, so I'm going to go old school just to speed things up, because I can do this faster than the machine can. I'm going to take a little bit more off by hand so this fits into the frame. Give it a little tuck. And oh yeah, it fits easily. I think the block was just in my way. So, real quick, I'm going to darken that optical center. I'm going to inspect. You have the same axis in your left eye as you do in your left, which is rare. This reads plano, which means no prescription. -1 1/4, your prescription is completely astigmatic. You have a 56 pupillary distance, and as you can see, well, hang on, let me put up a background. Start with my PD stick at one end, and that red dot should be right at 56 millimeters if my GoPro camera can zoom in on that. That is done. I'm going to make sure the frame is in standard alignment when I put it on the table, that these temples don't wobble. Flip it over, do the same thing. I'm going to use some optical grade acetone to clean my red dots off of the lenses now that they are no longer needed. Dry your lenses off, and now I'm going to show you how transition lenses work with a quick burst of ultraviolet light. You can see that your lenses are clear. Give me 1 second. Put them in my little transitions box with a strong ultraviolet light in there. These will get dark in front of your very eyes. Now, it takes about 30 to 45 seconds for the lenses to darken when you go outside. It takes a little bit longer when you come back inside, 45 seconds to a minute 15. Now, you will see that all transition lenses get dark on day 1. If you give them 2 weeks, they're going to continue to darken every day for the first 2 weeks till they get to their final setting. The one time the transitions will not work is if you're in a car, a traditional car. They will darken in a convertible or a motorcycle, but the windshield of a car has UV protection in it, meaning that absorbs all the sun's ultraviolet rays so your upholstery doesn't rot and your dashboard doesn't crack from sitting in the sun. That's why they won't darken in the car. They'll get about 20 to 30%, just not 100% as they will when you step out of the car. Now this should cut off. I'm so used to doing this. It went from light to dark. Now again, this is just the first setting. They'll continue to darken every day for the first 2 weeks till they get to their final setting. Sampson, I really appreciate you giving me the opportunity to chase my American dream and do what I love, which is cut glasses and mail them out all over the world. If I can be any more help, I'm only an email away. And Sampson, this is just one of the many, many ways I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.